Good morning, everyone. How are you today? It's Peachy. And today we're going to talk about Buck or Buckley or Evan Buckley from the show 911, also known as the B and the Buddy ship, Buck and Eddie from the show 911. Now, today I'm just going to be talking about Buck because honestly, I tried to make a Buddy video before this and it was getting so long. It was stupid. Like I didn't know where to end. I didn't know if I should cut it into parts. Like I was getting so overwhelmed. So I'm taking a break from that and I'm going to do a shorter video just about Buck because I think besides Buck and Eddie, the ship, I think they really are hinting at a coming out of some sort with Buck. And I was about to say, I think I'm reading into it too much, but I really don't think I am. Because there are just certain scenes and certain things in the show that like, I'm part of the LGBTQ community that like, I can't see any other way that they're trying to go with it. So today I'm going to be showing y'all some clips and then kind of talking about them afterwards or kind of just putting my 2 cents in because I feel like the clips I'm going to show you, if you don't feel the same way as me at the end of it, then you don't, you know what I mean? This is just from my perspective and what I'm seeing and hearing. I'm like, oh shit, like something's coming. And I don't know if that's going to be, he's going to come out as gay or bisexual or pansexual. Because Buck does have a history of being with women on the show, like obviously. He had a very big story arc with Abby, and then he dated the girl from the earthquake thing for a while, but like she was kind of a passing thing. But really, it's been Buck and Eddie for most of the fucking time Eddie's been there. But we're not going to get into that right now. Okay, so let's start with the first clip.
Dead ass under pressure, brother.
Me?
Hell yeah. You can have my back any day.
Yeah. Well, you know, you could have mine.
Deal.
Nice work, fellas. Glad you both made it out of there.
As a professional, Cap, I was never really worried.
All right. So with this clip, it's not really the number one in my, oh, this is evidence for what I'm talking about type of thing. But I included it because I am going to go in chronological order of these clips happening. I just thought that obviously to my gay brain, like that was a very big like innuendo. Like it was just like a funny joke innuendo, but like the way Buck was talking and his facial expressions and like the funny awkwardness of it felt very, oh, but you can have my back too. And Eddie was like, okay, dude, kind of thing. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. That's not like kind of my number one thing I wanted to talk about in this, but let me know what you think about it. And we're going to move on to the second clip now.
And Christopher feeling like a burden on his dad.
Eddie doesn't feel that way, does he?
Not even a little. He loves that kid like crazy. He's a really great dad.
So does this boy crush on Eddie mean that you're finally ready to move on from Abby?
It's cute.
Okay, the context of this clip was that Buck was talking about Eddie and Christopher's situation and how, you know, the healthcare and the schooling and the babysitter and the things like that was just really overwhelming to him, and was just talking about Eddie and Christopher. And Maddie, his sister, says, oh, so does this boy crush over Eddie like mean you're over Abby or whatever? And that could not mean a lot, you know, but really what I look at is Buck didn't really say anything. He was like, oh, that's funny. Yeah. Like he didn't say, no, he didn't deny that he has a boy crush on Eddie. And of course, don't scream at me. He could just be comfortable in his sexuality. I understand that. I get it. I'm just saying that Maddie, his sister, is the one saying it, and Buck isn't really denying anything. So that is all I'm saying. Calm down. Let's go to the next clip.
Got it. Plates?
Countertop, kitchen.
Beer.
Also kitchen. Fridge.
Clever.
He is so cute.
Yeah, he gets that a lot. You should meet his kid, though.
Wait, Chimney has a kid?
No, I thought you meant... Chimney?
All right, now this scene is where my suspicion kind of started rising that something was kind of coming or happening. Maybe not just with Buck and Eddie, but yeah, with Buck and Eddie, but just with Buck by himself. Because it was pretty obvious that Buck thought Maddie was talking about Eddie. And really the thing that gets me about this scene is Maddie's like knowing fucking look when she walks away. Like she knows fucking something and she's pointing it out in a very nonchalant but hilarious fucking way. Like it's her face. It's her face. Like let's move on.
911, what is your emergency?
I need an ambulance at 2237 Westbrook Avenue. It's my husband, please. Dear God, send somebody.
Sir, can you tell me exactly what happened?
My husband, he was outside, and the car must, I don't know, it rolled. Perhaps I should move the car.
Sir, I am being told that you should not move the vehicle. Just leave everything as it is.
He's not breathing.
Help is on the way.
He can't go. He's my heart, my everything. When we got married, we thought, what the hell? We have so little life left. We might as well live. That was Mitchell. Always daring the clock. And me, I always followed along. All those foolish things we did. We only ever wanted to go together. That's love.
I'm sorry. I really am. I guess I can only hope to find something that good.
You don't find it, son. You make it. Son, you mind if I have just a few moments alone with you, of course?
It's no problem. Right. Thomas?
Eddie, Cap, come here. I don't know what happened. He was just talking. He was responsive, and then...
All right, start the pressures. Stay with us, Thomas.
Go, go, go. Come on, Thomas. Come on. Stay with me. Come on. Come on, Thomas. Come on.
Buck. He's gone, kid.
That's love.
Okay. This was the infamous gay couple episode. I literally cried my eyes out. That's not the point. The point was, why did it have to be Buck in this situation in the episode? Now, it could just be a random choice. Could be whatever. But the fact that he was so affected by this and then said this is true love at the end of it, like, yeah, I know he's dealing with being lonely and things like that, but like, it was a gay couple and if I'm not supposed to read too much into that, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this is again, so my suspicions are rising up one more level. I'm like, okay, so we're now directly associating Buck with this gay couple and him getting emotional over them. And I think obviously anybody in that situation would get emotional and perhaps say the same things, but they put Buck in that situation. All right, let's move on.
For me, sex complicates everything.
You said it, brother. Hey.
How'd it go, pal?
It went great.
So what'd you ask for?
Can't tell. Santa said he would come in.
Let's go. Wow.
You two have an adorable son.
Thank you.
I mean, come on. Do I need to say anything? Do I have to say anything? Like, my suspicion level is about 90% right now. Like, hello. He didn't deny that that wasn't his son. And when it was obviously insinuating that him and Eddie were together and Christopher was their son together in a male-male relationship. And yeah, he didn't seem offended. He, if anything, seemed a little like, oh, okay. Like, what am I supposed to say, guys? I mean, look at the evidence. Look at the evidence. Let's move on.
Thanks again for having me. This was fun.
Or some of us.
Well, all our couple friends were busy, so we figured we would target the solos.
I should know better. I'd say you were setting us up.
Oh no, I like you way too much to set you up with my brother.
Hey now.
And I love you too much to let you keep being so incredibly, tragically
Some might say embarrassingly.
single.
Tragic seems a bit much.
All right, so we know Josh, the other 911 operator that works with Maddie, is a gay man. We know that. And yeah, it was probably just a joke of him saying, it seems like you're setting us up. Yeah, obviously that was a joke on his part. And Maddie says what she says. Y'all just watch the clip. But like, again, it's Maddie saying it. So this is the third time Maddie is insinuating something about her brother's sexuality. And in a not joking, but kind of joking way. Like, that's the thing. It's like none of these things read completely like a joke. Maybe besides the first clip. But especially like this scene, like, oh no, I wouldn't set you up with my brother. I like you too much. And Buck's reaction, again, doesn't show that he's uncomfortable with this. Doesn't show that he's offended by that statement. If anything, he's offended that Maddie wouldn't set him up with Josh. But again, that could be he's comfortable in his sexuality. But if you gather everything we're looking at on top of each other, it just gets a little sus, does it not? I mean, let's move on.
Good morning, Evan. How are you?
Hey, Dr. Copeland. I'm doing good. I've actually been thinking a lot about what you said in our last session and how I hide my true feelings from others. I'm starting to think you might be right.
Okay. Let's start there.
Now, just because he said that he thinks he's hiding his true feelings to his therapist, who everybody was insinuating was his girlfriend, and he was like, no, I don't have a girlfriend. It was actually his therapist. He says what he says, and I'm not saying it has to be about his sexuality, but if you add on everything else we've heard and seen from him in the seasons, like, that is the one logical conclusion that my brain can come up with. Like, honestly. So, let me know. Now let's get on to the last clip. And if you don't know what's coming, Man, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Oh, come on, it's California. Of course you're gonna have earthquakes. You can't tell me that that's cooler than the 126 going up against a solar storm.
What even is that? Can't see it.
Guys, don't you see what you're doing? You're falling into the cloud.
Thanks.
They survived the crash. Believe it. And your dad is with Hen, so he's in really good hands.
So is she.
No doubt. Look, my captain is not my dad. Might as well be. Now, he could have given up on me so many times. He never did. Even when I used to steal the fire truck.
Used to steal the fire truck?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Yeah, my dad's he's never given up on me either. And I've done a lot worse than steal a fire truck. Just sucks, you know? Just sitting here and doing nothing.
Well, what if we didn't have to?
What's that?
Key to a fire truck. Yes, it is.
You sure it's still here? Maybe they deployed it.
Not according to the ward. Go, 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 go.
Hey, you don't have to do this. There's no reason that both of us get fired.
Hey, my friend's up there too. She would do the same thing for me. I think. She would.
Okay. Oh, hey, here it is. Let's go.
What, no, that's not it.
What do you mean? 118 Los Angeles, let's go.
Yeah, no, we're not taking that. Bobby would kill me if I brought it back all scratched up. No. This is the key to your truck.
Hey, dumbasser! Did you stop and consider the consequences of what you're about to do at all?
You obviously don't know Buck.
You two didn't seriously think that you could sneak off and drive into wildfires, did you?
Yes? Well, that ain't gonna happen. You think you're gonna stop us?
Stop you? We're going with you.
Come on, let's go.
Drive safe.
Hey, Buck. You really put yourself out there. Can't thank you enough.
What we do, right? Yeah. Hey, if you ever find yourself in LA, we should get together.
Sure. I gotta mention, though, I already have a boyfriend, and it's pretty serious, so, But it was really nice meeting you, man. Take care. Good working with you, man.
Great working with you, too. Where's Hen?
Okay, so before I start talking, just to let y'all know, if you don't know, TK, who is the guy Buck is with in the whole episode, the collab with Texas is from 911 Lone Star. And he is an openly gay man. He is openly in a relationship with a guy named Carlos on that show. He has his whole own storyline on that show, but he is out and gay. So, with that said, Buck is paired up with him in this episode. I mean, once again, Buck is in association with someone who is in the LGBTQ community. Again. And the reason I showed you all those clips instead of just showing you the very last thing was that obviously with all their interactions, TK and Buck's, TK was obviously getting some kind of feeling that Buck was attracted to him or was, kind of setting off his quote unquote gaydar. I don't know how else to put it in a whatever way. Because obviously it wasn't a surprise to him when Buck was like, hey, if you're ever in LA, let's get together sometime. And TK immediately assumed he meant get together sometime. Like in a, I'm assuming, sexual way or even maybe a dating way. But TK assumed that. So he probably assumed that what he was picking up on was pretty solid in the sense of reading kind of Buck's sexuality in a way. That's all I'm saying. These are assumptions, all right? These are assumptions. But it's just interesting. Now, these are all the clips I have to show you. I didn't include a lot of the ones with Eddie just because a lot of the buddy things are very kind of perspective. I think there is a lot of chemistry there. I think there's a lot of sexual tension between them. I think certain things Buck says to Eddie and Eddie says to Buck are very reminiscent of two people in a loving physical relationship. But I didn't include those because eventually I'll make a video about it. But also, like, you know, I wanted to put the things in this video that literally, if you weren't just looking at the buddy stuff, you would be like, oh, so are they like trying to tell us something here about Buck specifically? Because it seems like these things are following Buck. Like 1, 2, 3 times he has been paired up with, so he was the main person talking to the gay man in the gay relationship story episode. He was, you know, sat and invited to dinner with the gay guy who works with Maddie. He was paired up with the gay man from Lone Star 911. I mean, that's multiple instances. What else am I supposed to think? Give me your thoughts. If you want to scream at me, that's fine. Don't be rude though. Like, these are my thoughts and opinions, and this is what I'm seeing. So yeah. Also, I just want to like put a thing here, like, because I don't think my buddy video is gonna come out for a while. It's very overwhelming, honestly, which kind of shows you how much shit there is to it. But don't message or tweet or anything like that to the actors or the writers. Like, it's giving us a bad rep, the people who ship Buddie. Like, we're not trying to pressure anyone into anything, and like, I really don't support that, and it just makes us all look bad. So like, just chill the fuck out, sit on your ass, and, you know, wait for it, because honestly, they won't do anything they don't want to do. And I'm not saying the actors don't want to do it, because both of the actors have come out and said like they're fine with it. Buck and Eddie's actors, if like, you know, they get paired up, they said they're fine with it. But in reality, the show is on Fox, and, you know, it's kind of up to the writers at that point. The actors don't have much of a say. So just try not to bother them or be annoying to them or, you know, pressure them into anything. Because as you can see from many of the other fucking queer baiting shows we've seen out there, aka Sherlock. I was gonna say Supernatural, but don't worry. Hopefully Buck and Eddie won't get sent to super hell. Oh shit, sorry, spoiler. Bitch, I'm sure you knew about that. Anyways, the point is, the writers won't do anything they don't want to do or the station doesn't want them to do. So you might as well just chill out, just live your life. They know that we ship Buddie, but my thought process in this video specifically is like, they're really trying to tell us something about Buck right now. For sure. If you take Eddie out of the equation, even though half these things have to do with Eddie, like, I think something's coming for Buck. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts.